Hello, in this video we're going to talk about how to get a fast title search and still have it be accurate. When ETA is critical, there are several steps that can be taken to get that title search as fast as humanly possible. This is Dave at titlesearch.com. When the need for a title search has to do with a critical event such as a foreclosure auction, a court case coming up, a bail bond where somebody's incarcerated, it could be an SBA loan where FEMA has disaster relief that's pending a title search, or it could even be an insurance claim. It's important to get that title search in the hands of the client as quickly as possible. No matter how you slice it, a title search is going to take 7 to 12 man hours worth of research and analysis. So how do you minimize that time and make sure that there's no overlap or extra time put into it? First of all, efficient setup beforehand is important. When we send the information to the abstractor in the field, in the different courthouses, it's important to get them good information. So before we send it out, we want to make sure that we have researched the legal description, the owner's names, the APN numbers, so that when the abstractor that's sitting in that courthouse pulling documents starts to get into the deed books, they're looking at the right documents to begin with, and they don't have to go back and research it later. So efficient setup, getting them good information is important. Transmitting that information to the abstractor is important. You want to make sure it's done with the right numbers, with the right legal description. We use a text message system to get the information to the examiners in the courthouses, so that way they don't have to wait and talk by cell phone, because as you know, when you're in the records room, they make you shut off cell phones. You can't have your phone ringing, and you can't even talk on cell phones in most county government records offices. So we send them a text message. It's got that information on there, the legal description, the APN numbers, the names they're going to be looking at. And then if it's a real rush and we have a client that needs that search very quickly, we may send it to different people. One person in the deed books, one person in the tax assessor, one person in civil court, and in some counties there's 4 or 5 different places to get records. We have different people in all those areas, so one person doesn't have to search one and then go to the other office. We can do it all at the same time. So once they pull those documents, they have the deeds, the liens, the mortgages, releases. We're going to have them scan and return those documents back to the home office so the abstracting can actually take place, not in the courthouse. If you're doing the abstracting in the courthouse, it's taking time away from those abstractors to pull more documents for your search. If we can start abstracting it back at the home office, it doesn't burn up time in the records room that could be valuable to pull more documents. Here's the reason why. At some point that records room is going to close that day. It might be 4:30 or 5 o'clock. When that records room closes, you can't pull any more documents. So you want to get all those documents pulled out, all those records available in hand so they can be abstracted. Scan and return it to the home office. We can start pulling the abstract. It's an assembly line process. Pull the documents, read through them, see if there's any more, send it to the home office, do the abstracting, and then most importantly, type up that certified abstract. That's the document that the client needs most urgently, the certified title abstract with the liens, with the mortgages, with the deed information, so they can use it for whatever that purpose is used for. And then once we have that certified title abstract and the supporting documents, we're going to scan that in, create a PDF file, and then send that electronically to the client so they can have it in real time. You don't have to wait for postal mail. You don't have to wait even for a fax. It's there in real time. You click on a link, it pops up on your screen. The whole process, it's important to have good oversight, good management. It's kind of like air traffic control, seeing where the moving parts are, making sure that if there's any bottlenecks, they're identified as quickly as possible. If the APN number is wrong, sometimes we'll find out that the address provided by the client may be more than one property. We're going to identify that and get that resolved. Or if it's a commercial property, we have to do some additional searching. So getting a fast title search when it's a foreclosure, when it's a court case, we run all of those as urgent because we know that there are people waiting either to get funding, to look at a property, to get a good court case outcome, so we get that search done as a rush. If you need more information, you can reach us at titlesearch.com. There's probably a link right below this you can click on and get to our site.